The standoff between the US and Iran follows the textbook prelude to a massive conflict. We're seeing intense military buildups, daily naval skirmishes, and a constant exchange of threats that keep the entire region on edge. To signal its capability, the US deployed an Ohio-class submarine directly to the surface. These vessels carry a payload of nuclear warheads and Trident ballistic missiles capable of striking targets thousands of miles away. The Navy positioned this asset near the Strait of Gibraltar. Placing a nuclear submarine in these specific coastal waters sent a highly calculated message. They could launch a devastating strike at a moment's notice. Iran responded with an unexpected technical maneuver. They deployed the Kausar, a fourth-generation fighter jet. By flying at low altitudes and specific speeds, these jets scrambled U.S. multi-layered defense systems, forcing the radar to misclassify manned fighters as simple drones or projectiles. Then comes the whiplash. The U.S. announced Project Freedom, a massive naval initiative to aggressively escort cargo ships and lock down the waterways. But less than 48 hours later, the entire operation collapsed, and the U.S. pulled back. This creates a paradox. Two heavily armed nations put their most destructive assets on the board, yet find reasons to step back right before pulling the trigger. The administration justifies these sudden retreats as favors to allies. By claiming they are honoring diplomatic requests to halt a strike, they save face while maintaining the appearance of military strength. When military setbacks and internal popularity polls begin to slide, the administration deploys unusual diversions. At the peak of this tension, they authorized the release of classified UFO and alien encounter files. This declassification provided a necessary pivot. With 91% of Americans questioning his leadership after the Project Freedom failure, the administration used the UFO files to divert public attention away from the humiliation of a stalled Middle East strategy. While the public focused on the skies, leaked intelligence assessments suggest the official narrative of a crippled Iranian military is flawed. Iran maintains over 70% of its active ballistic missile stockpile. While the U.S. focuses on naval posturing, Iranian hackers are breaching infrastructure, quietly altering fuel monitors at American gas stations without firing a single shot. To understand the motives behind this chaotic geopolitical posturing, we have to look past the troop movements and start tracking stock market volatility. The shadow war functions as a profitable enterprise rather than a territorial conflict. When Iranian forces successfully target American defense systems at bases in Kuwait, U.S. defense contractors find themselves in a unique position. It triggers replacement cycle contracting. When billion-dollar radars, helicopters, and interceptors are destroyed, the government signs new contracts with those same companies to rebuild and replace the lost hardware. The constant use of interceptor missiles depletes years' worth of stockpiles. To restock the shelves, the government approves expanded defense budgets, which have recently climbed toward $1.5 trillion. Equipment loss on the ground directly fuels the financial success of the military-industrial complex. Defense contracts are only half the equation. The other half relies on the global energy supply chain, specifically the crude oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz. Whenever an oil tanker is seized or a naval skirmish occurs in this narrow choke point, global markets react. These maritime disruptions create panic about supply shortages. While the cost of extracting the oil remains the same, the panic drives the price per barrel upward, handing billions in windfall profits to energy giants. This graph tracks global oil prices against political announcements. Right here, we see the exact timestamp of a hawkish presidential threat on social media. Instantly, the graph spikes. This is the billion-dollar tweet phenomenon, where political rhetoric triggers market panic. Now watch the second marker on the same timeline. Just as quickly, a sudden peaceful resolution is announced, and the tracked value crashes. Wall Street insiders take short positions right before the drop, extracting profits on the downward slope. The cycle of threats and retreats provides a mechanical engine for market manipulation. The US-Iran standoff focuses on sustaining volatility. The old goals of nuclear enrichment or territorial security have been replaced by a new economic reality. The threat of war has become the product. It is manufactured and sold to taxpayers who fund the defense budgets and to investors who trade on the chaos. This economic reality is reshaping historical alliances. Nations with deep historical divisions are coordinating their defense strategies to secure these financial interests. If we look at traditional metrics of victory, like conquering territory or forcing a surrender, the actions of these nations seem illogical. That is because a decisive conclusion to the hostilities would end the profits. Warfare has evolved into a financial instrument. For the beneficiaries in the defense and energy sectors, keeping the world in a state of perpetual, profitable panic means the war has already been won.